It's Saturday morning. Charles and I are going to head off and do a little scouting. We're going to check out an area called the Devil's Staircase. It was recently just made a national preserve by President Trump, who has protected the land from all logging and anything else to come in the future. It is one of the last spots on the Oregon coast where there actually is still old growth trees. So we're anxious to see what's going on here. The waterfall itself is quite elusive. It's one of those situations where only recommended to expert hikers, and anyone else shouldn't try it because most people get lost. Even experts get lost. So very few people have actually laid their eyes on this waterfall. So we're not really intending on actually going and visiting the waterfall today. We're really just going to get the lay of the land, figure out what's going on, and we've got our 48-hour search and rescue packs with us, and it's the first time we've put them together. So we're going to actually do a little gear testing and stuff while we're out in the woods here. Probably going to spend the night out somewhere, but we'll see how it goes and see what we can find in this new area, and have some planned adventures later. Just being in California last weekend, the green is so much different than the green there. Even in Northern California.
If we don't get charged by a hippopotamus or a lion, it could be difficult to run away.
Well, someone has been through here recently, but not that recently. Some of these leaves are already dead. Hard to tell, but over my shoulder here is actually the end of the road. Not much of a road to follow, but I think that if this is the correct spot, I think we've been pretty successful to this point in using GPS to find our way to the Devil's Staircase Falls. This is a very elusive place in Oregon. I think I might have said it before, a lot of people get lost here. I could definitely see why. It's quite remote, it's quite rural, and very, very, very thick in brush and whatnot. Looks like a trail might go off this way. There's another one here. Kind of goes off that way. And then you saw the road. There's another one that just kind of leads over the top. But if we look at our coordinates, it says to go that way. So I'm going to march over here and see what it looks like here just around the bend. Alright, so here it comes out kind of flat right here. Maybe a trail goes off that way. Looks like quite possibly along the edge there, going down. Can't hear any water. Let's start over. We've only walked about 100 yards so far away from the Jeep, and you can't even see it over there. What do we got here?
I have no idea, but it's a cool looking mushroom. Oops. Oh, it's pussing.
That's edible. Oh, there goes our sunshade. Okay, so we found what is going to serve as the trailhead for this hike, and it's not really a hike, really. This is an expedition. Google it, check it out on YouTube. You'll find out that the Devil's Staircase waterfalls is quite elusive. A lot of professional hikers been lost there, and so we're taking this pretty seriously. So today was a scouting adventure. We found where we need to go down. We realized that it's going to be pretty tough. We're going to need machetes, we're going to need ropes. It's going to be a fun one, but we're going to get there. Don't hold your breath on that one, because my other son graduates from the Correctional Academy that next weekend, so we'll be tied up there. So it's going to be a while before we'll be able to make this back out of here again. And we may just decide to wait until next spring to do it, just so those falls are really flowing and really looking good, make it really worth our while. Right now it's August, and odds are the waters aren't the greatest, you know. It's still going to be pretty it will still be pretty spectacular to see it. Just to be able to get there is quite a feat, and overland navigation is something I'm just getting into, so this will be great fun to learn how to do this. Devil's Canyon. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna head deeper into the what's it called again?
Sayusla.
The Sayusla National Forest. I don't know why I can't say that, because I learned how to say it wrong to begin with. The Sayusla National Forest, the road we're on is going to lead us to another road that takes us directly into the center of it. So we're excited. Damn. From what you see, there's still 2 more trees down on the ground ahead. So we're not going to be able to go this way. We stopped this little roadside spot here. The map shows a lake out here along this little trail, so we're gonna go see if we can find it and maybe find a place to camp tonight. All right, so I came up on the lake here. And found this little camp area. So a fire pit right there. Don't see a whole lot of place for a hammock. I guess I could do one over here by these trees, but we have 2 to hang. There's only a spot for 1 here. Kind of nice, huh?
This place is cool.
I only see 1 hammock hang though. There's the Smith River. Ooh, stopping to get some blackberries. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So why do you buy a Jeep? Why do you buy a Jeep?
Hey, are you gonna use that grave tarp for anything afterwards?
No?
You should put it as a big format right here.
Sounds like a plan.
Huh?
Sounds like a plan.
Right there. Look at.
Kind of a killer one, but it'll fuck up some shit. Just try to throw something like that.
So what side do you want, right or left?
I'll take this side right here, splat it. Step on. Oh, you bastard.
You pulled too soon.
It swung like crazy.
shit. Going the wrong way.
All right, we're inside of our shelter now. And a hammock over there and a hammock over there. Nice awning over top of it all. Yeah. Okay, so here's how we're making our dinner tonight. We've got our backpacker stove going. I'm gonna boil up some water. We've got some Mountain House meals to eat. Looking forward to it. Okay, dinner time, dinner time.
You're gonna struggle with that little one.
Doesn't look too bad. It's hot as heck. Pretty tasty. Very tasty. Time for a campsite tour. Here's the shelter Charles and I shared last night. I'll take you inside here. Got his hammock over here on one side. Got a total of 3 tarps at work here, making all this possible. There's my hammock. Now I gotta say something here. I bought this hammock on Wish for $8. And I do recommend it. I am 6'4", 290 pounds, and slept in there just fine. I can't complain about it right now. The zipper's a little cheap, but it works just fine. I mean, for $8, I didn't expect a whole lot, honestly. I bought this thing as an emergency backup to have in my search and rescue bag, and you know what? It's going to be a permanent fixture in there for sure. It's a little bit smaller than I'd like for a recreational weekend, but this would be totally fine for a search and rescue situation where I just had to spend the night in the woods. And it's definitely going to stay in my kit. Good deal. Good deal for $8. And there's my homemade underquilt there. Finally put some shock cord to it now, finally. Works even better than it did before. Can't complain about that. Anyway, moving back on here. We got our chairs here. Sitting on a tarp that's underneath this tarp just to give us a little bit more of a family feel here. My little solar lantern up there. All this stuff fits in our packs, by the way. None of this stuff is hauled here by car. Coming on out here, there's a look of our shelter area from the parking area. Oh, and then my typical tour. Remember, I always give you guys a great tour of the loo.
Good luck.
Well, I've totally stepped this up now. Wow, look at that. Another Wish purchase. This thing here was a whole $10 on Wish, and worth every penny of the $10. The zipper sucks, and the rest of the thing's pretty great, but there's one problem with this tent. There's no ventilation at all. So I would open it up and show you the porta potty inside that you guys have seen already before.
There's no floor to it. It's just the grass. But Charles did his business in there this morning, so I'm not opening that.
Just want to take a minute and thank Weyerhaeuser. They're the logging company whose land I'm standing on belongs to, and they make this area possible and available for people to access this river at a no charge, and that's pretty fantastic. And I just think it's pretty lousy how people take advantage of that and just leave all this trash laying around. If you look over here behind me on my shoulder, see the fire pit is just full of trash, all kinds of stuff laying around. There's a box over there. You know, they let us stay here for free. And why can't you just take your trash with us? Pretty soon, there's gonna be a gate at the end of this road because people just leave trash. You know, I like to say it's a soapbox, but you know, that's BS, man. Total BS. There's more trash here than I can haul out in a garbage bag. Come on, come on.
All right, time for some breakfast. Good old oatmeal, and then we picked some blackberries yesterday. Yes. Saved some for the oatmeal this morning. Make a really nice breakfast. And we're still working out of our search and rescue kits here, so we're running on our backpacking stoves. Boiling up some water. Getting ready. Gonna go explore later. And there we go. Maple brown sugar, apple, and wild blackberry oatmeal. Yeah, baby. That's the breakfast right there.
Charles and I were checking out our SAR gear, and we learned a lot this trip with our gear. Got to use your gear. Anybody who's out there and search and rescue or prepper or anybody, I have a stove that I only used twice, and it was sitting in there and it was pretty much froze up. I had to do a lot of work to get it to work, so that's why you use your gear, so you can actually know if it's working or not. So anybody out there who's in that line of work, use your gear.
Just the bluebirds on my shoulder. Yep, it's factual. Everything is satisfaction.
Well, another trip in the books. Great time out here. We learned a lot with our gear, did a lot of training with ourselves and how we're going to put together our kits to make sure we're adequate and good search and rescue people. We're going to go into rope training next month. Should be pretty interesting. New skill set for me for sure, and it's going to be a good time. So this trip we really wanted to check out our gear, see if it was any good. Also scope out a spot that is going to really challenge us as outdoor enthusiasts to go find and locate. So looking forward to doing that here in the future. Hitting up that double staircase falls. We realize that we're going to need to take lots of different stuff into there to make sure we're safe and adequate in the way we're going to handle it. We're actually going to do it in an overnighter. We're going to plan on that, just in case we don't find it. This way we can still just search and have a good time out there. But anyhow, it's been a great trip, and hope you all enjoy and get outdoors. Thank you for watching. God bless. If you'd like to see more about the gear that we're carrying with us, please check out my video, SAR Pack Loadout. Please keep in mind, we are not experts. We are preparing to get certified as search and rescue members.